The football world is sleeping on the biggest rivalry brewing right now. Not on the pitch, not in the stadiums, but in the training grounds where the next generation is being built. And when this explodes, everything you know about football legacy is about to change forever. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., Kai Rooney. These names are dominating football's next era, whether the mainstream media notices or not. Right now, as you're watching this, they're training, they're competing. They're building the foundation for something that will reshape how we understand football legacy. This isn't a theory. This isn't speculation about the future. This is happening today, in the academies, in the training grounds, in every rep they take. The football establishment has no idea what's about to hit them. And the fans, they're sleeping on the story of the century. You're about to understand why these two names will be the defining rivalry of your football-watching lifetime. Stay locked in. Genetics isn't just DNA, it's expectation. It's obsession embedded into your foundation. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. carries the bloodline of a man who perfected athletic discipline. Ice baths at 3 a.m. zero deviation from protocol. A training regimen that doesn't just compete with Olympic athletes, it destroys them. That's not random talent. That's programmed excellence. Every single day of Cristiano Jr.'s life has been structured around precision. His meals are calculated, his training is data-driven, his recovery is military-grade. This isn't preparation. This is destiny construction. Kai Rooney inherits different DNA. Wayne Rooney was pure force, a midfield general, a player who didn't just read the game, he dominated it. Aggression, leadership, raw instinct. That's not coaching. That's bloodline-coded behavior. Here's what separates these two from everyone else. They don't have the option to fail. Cristiano's son, every move is compared to the greatest athlete of the modern era. Every mistake is analyzed, every weakness is exposed. The pressure isn't motivation, it's suffocation. Kai Rooney faces the same brutal reality. His father dominated an entire generation. Anything less than absolute excellence registers as failure. This pressure breaks normal people, but these aren't normal people. They're built for it. Ronaldo Jr. has spent his entire life watching his father never accept mediocrity. Not in training, not in recovery, not in anything. That's absorbed into his consciousness. That becomes his standard. Kai Rooney has watched his father's leadership style, the way he commands a team, the way he refuses to lose. That instinct is genetic. The brutal truth, one of these kids will become elite. The other will face public questioning. The statistics are unforgiving. Not everyone reaches the top, even with perfect genetics and perfect facilities. And the football world will not show mercy to the one who falls short. But here's what most people miss. The pressure these two face is fundamentally different. Cristiano Jr. faces the pressure of perfection. His dad set the standard for what elite means. There's footage of every training session, analysis of every goal, data on every performance metric. The bar isn't just high, it's crystallized into concrete measurements. Kai Rooney faces legacy pressure. Wayne Rooney wasn't just a stat line. He was a character. He was unpredictable. He had presence. The expectation on Kai isn't just to match his dad's statistics, it's to match his impact, his gravitational force in the game. One kid is chasing a machine, the other is chasing a phenomenon. That distinction matters because it changes everything about their development. Cristiano Jr. will obsess over perfecting every technical element because that's what his bloodline demands. He'll analyze angles, he'll calculate probabilities, he'll optimize every variable. Kai Rooney will develop leadership because that's his inheritance. He'll learn how to read players, how to command respect, how to make split-second decisions that change games. And here's the critical part. Neither of these development paths is wrong. They're just different. One produces a technically perfect player, the other produces a naturally dominant player. When they eventually compete, they're not just competing for individual glory. They're competing to prove which approach to football is superior. That's ideological warfare wrapped in athletic competition. But here's where it gets actually interesting. These two aren't just rivals because of their surnames. Their playing styles are completely different, and that's what makes this rivalry absolutely insane. Cristiano Jr. is training under the Ronaldo system. That means precision. That means perfecting free kicks until muscle memory takes over. That means robotic excellence. That's the training method of a man who has memorized football the way someone memorizes mathematics. Cristiano Jr. spends hours every single day perfecting his weaker foot, even though it'll never match his right. Why? Because Ronaldo doesn't accept mediocrity in any department. Kai Rooney carries different energy. Rooney was a player who played on instinct. He had technique, sure, but his real skill was reading the game like a chess player on speed. His ability to know where the danger is before it happened. That's a different breed of intelligence. The playing styles are fundamentally opposed. One is built on perfection and mechanics. The other is built on instinct and intelligence. In 5 to 10 years, we're watching a mechanically perfect athlete face off against a player who outsmart everyone on the pitch. That's the real clash. Not just skill versus skill, but mind versus precision. And here's the thing, they haven't played each other yet, and we're already creating this narrative. That's the power of generational rivalry. We're literally building the script for them, and they're just walking into their destiny. Now, let's talk about the actual academy situation. Both of these kids have access to the best facilities on the planet. Cristiano Jr. has access to elite academies, personal trainers, private coaching that costs more per month than most people make in a year, data analysts studying every move, nutritionists controlling every meal, psychologists managing mental performance. The infrastructure around Cristiano Jr. is military-level precision. Kai Rooney trains at Everton's academy, inheriting his father's legacy. Every coach knows that if they develop him properly, they've created a generational talent. The pressure on those coaches is immense. Here's the brutal reality. Both kids are under insane pressure to perform. The moment one of them gets injured, the media destroys them. He's not as tough as his dad. He's injury-prone. The legacy ends here. That's modern football. That's the narrative these kids are living. But here's what's actually concerning. One of them will become a superstar. The other might not hit that elite tier. That's just statistics. That's probability. One kid inherits the crown, the other becomes a question mark. And the football world will never let them live it down. The real scenario? One becomes a legend, the other becomes a lesson about generational pressure. That's not speculation, that's just how these things work. The data doesn't lie, the statistics don't lie. One wins, one learns. Here's why you need to be paying attention right now. In 5 to 10 years, you're going to be sitting with your friends and someone's going to casually mention Cristiano Jr.'s first professional goal or Kai Rooney's debut, and everyone's going to lose their minds. And you're going to be the person who says, yeah, I watched their rivalry develop from the academy level. You're going to have receipts, you're going to have the lore, you're going to have the story that nobody else has because everyone else is too distracted by TikTok drama and fantasy football. And here's the real FOMO. What if one of these kids does something nobody expects? What if Cristiano Jr. decides football's boring and becomes a monk? What if Kai Rooney becomes the greatest midfielder of the next generation and makes his dad look average? These are real possibilities, and the moment they happen, you're gonna wish you were paying attention now. So there you have it, the rivalry nobody's talking about, but everybody should be. Two kids, two legacies, one inevitable clash. Drop a comment right now. Who do you think wins this rivalry? Team Cristiano Jr. or Team Kai Rooney? And please, hit that subscribe button so you can say you were here from the beginning. Because trust me, when this rivalry explodes, you're gonna want to have this video to point back to. This is just the beginning. We're watching history, and most people don't even know it yet. Peace.